Hello, this is Crinstar, and my voice is cracking. At any rate, I'm looking at coqui-ai text to speech, or TTS. This is a way to create text, or type in text, and create voices. Most people use this because it has the ability to take a sample and kind of clone it into something. So you say you want the lead singer of Metallica, you get him talking and create the 6-second clip, and boom, he's talking with text that you put in. You could use all kinds of models that you want. I am going to create voices that are unique. I don't want to emulate, and not only that, but I'm going to do it based, my 6-second sample is going to be based upon actual samples, music samples, sound sample. Basically, this is the URL up here, by the way. If you want to get it, it's a Python application. You can use it on the command line. I'll show the command line, but I'll be using Python. I'm a developer. The thing I like to think about AI is, as a developer, either learn it and conquer it or let it conquer you. I think it's a hazard of job for me if I don't learn it, because if things are moving, it's like learning a new language or something. If the language is dying, you kind of have to jump on the bandwagon to learn other services because you've got to get paid, right? So if the jobs are moving to all AI, learn how to do AI, right? So realistically, rather than being taken over by an AI job, learn how to control the AI is basically what I'm trying to say. I have a couple of things here. What I want to do is I want to go into my samples here. I have, let's say, where's that EDM one, or big EDM, chill step, construction kits. I'm going to use this artist kit. I'm going to use the stuff from it. I'm going to use like this bass wave. And I'm going to use that as to clone it. It is kind of cool what it uses to clone. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to try this one. I'm going to try this one. And I'm going to give it this. There is not any actual talking. There is just sounds. So I am not mimicking somebody that's talking. I'm actually going to create unique voices based upon these sounds. And there's pretty cool ways of doing it. So I'm going to my computer here, and it's got this set up, so don't be intimidated by the code. It's just another way of accessing it. Realistically, this is a command line. You could actually enter this in the command line so that you give it what you want it to say, and then give it what you want to base it off of, so the example, and then what the output is. And so this just moves it to, because I'm doing this on another machine, it literally copies it so I can play it here locally. So what's going to happen is it's going to spit it out down here for me to play. And so based upon what I have up here, this artificial intelligence, let me click over here. Let me make this multi-line. Okay, so realistically, it's gonna do its thing, and it's gonna spit out this and what it says. So I've already done it for the bass one, right here. There's the bass wave is what I gave it. It's did a thing down here. It does it, and then basically this is the output.
Artificial intelligence is not a threat to humanity, but a reflection of it. It is the mirror that shows us our potential and our flaws, our hopes and our fears. It is up to us to use it wisely, ethically, and responsibly for the benefit of all.
Kind of cool. You can actually sort of hear in that bass kind of in the beginning, or in the way. So let me I really need to probably do a bookmark to that, but there's my ARA kit. So that's from this sound. So it took that original sound and made a wave. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this vocal pad. I think I'm gonna copy the location. I'm gonna just change the wave that it's using. I'm gonna save it, and then I'm gonna run it. Okay, it generated. Let's go back to the temp. Let's go play our new one.
Artificial intelligence is not a threat to humanity, but a reflection of it. It is the mirror that shows us our potential and our flaws, our faults, and our fears. It is up to us to use it wisely, ethically, and responsibly for the benefit of all.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Overall, you can see that it changed the overall structure of it based upon the ooze. I think it does it over a frequency, if I were to guess. More than just trying to diagnose and seeing what the people are saying out of the vowel sounds or whatever. I think it just uses some sort of frequency. I'm gonna do one more run. Change it out. Save it. Play it. Okay, it changed. Let's go back. Let's go down to temp and see what we got out of that.
Artificial intelligence is not a threat to humanity, but a reflection of it. It is the mirror that shows us our potential and our flaws, our hopes and our fears. It is up to us to use it wisely, ethically, and responsibly for the benefit of all.
That was cool at the end. Really cool. Overall, pretty cool little demonstration here. It like I said, it seems to the change between the male female voice or the higher lower voices resonate with the frequencies of the original sample, and to give you the overall different type of synthesized voice. I think it's based upon the model, and then it uses the wave sample to kind of give it the overall, probably I want to say the timbre, the characteristic of what's speaking. Overall, I think this is cool. And also, might I add, this is all local. I'm not paying for a service. This is free. I have a 2080 RTX GPU that I'm running this off of. That's why it's on another computer. I have a separate computer for my music, as opposed to all of the other stuff I work on, especially for generative AI, because that stuff takes up a lot of space. The model itself is 2 gigabytes just for the model, and then the company files. So basically, it's a lot of space. So I have this on a separate beast of a computer. Not to say that you couldn't run it, but you probably want a decent computer also if you want to try doing this, and at least an NVIDIA card, or that does the CUDA type stuff. Either or. But overall, I am going to abuse the heck out of this because I think it makes kind of some of the cooler things happen for me, that I don't have to sit there and try to do things to change my voice, but I can not have to copyright somebody else or use somebody else's copyrighted voice. I can actually do something from sound and create a kind of a unique voice on its own and kind of come up with some crazy sounds or crazy kind of speeches to go along with it. Definitely, if you hear something that sounds kind of weird, or that the stuff changes, probably if it's not something I picked up off of the LibriVox recordings from the Internet Archive that I normally pick up for doing this type of stuff. I could probably, instead of having them record it and then having to be forced to hear their words, I actually can create stuff on my own and have it somewhat read a story or something on any one of my things. And I think that is beyond cool. And then I should be able to step around the kind of the copyrighted stuff and or the kind of the people, not having to clone other people's voices, because that's just plain creepy, I think. But overall, be able to get stuff creatively done and be able to play around with AI and all of its possibilities today, and understand the technology. That, I think, that is the most important. Without being kind of afraid of it or not knowing about it, I'm kind of in there and messing with it. I'm also doing this with Stable Diffusion or images, and also LLMs, ChatGPT, that kind of stuff. I'm all about learning the different types of generative AI that's possible today. To be able, it's actually really exciting. You can't tell my voice right now, but it's really exciting. Overall, hope you liked the video. I think it's going to be a cool technology. I think it's going to evolve really, really fast. If you haven't seen it, they've already have generative video now. Stable Diffusion people are making video as well as image steals. So the technology is advancing way quicker than normal, and all of this stuff wouldn't have been thought 6 months ago, and yet it well, I think they had that channel on Twitch that is all 100% generated. Literally the scripting, the animation, the storyline, everything's 100% animated, not animated, AI. There's no actual humans involved in making that channel. What is it? Something about nothing, or the channel about nothing. Basically, it was a ripoff of Seinfeld when it originally aired, and now it's totally not a ripoff of Seinfeld. But at any rate, beyond that, hope you like the video. Hope you don't yell at me too much about it in the comments about the evils of AI. I don't think it's necessarily evil. It's got to be understood like everything else and used as a tool. And you should be able to get really cool and creative stuff with it. Like most of all the other AI stuff. I don't see this any different than me using MIDI tools, to be honest, to come up with melodies or anything else. It's a tool, needless to say. But that's my view on it. So have a great rest of the day or evening if you're listening to this at night, and I will catch you later.